Welcome back on Bias Crew to our next interview, hopefully putting on to a different point of view. Today we have someone who's very special. You guys have been asked for a very long time. She's in the CMOS space and she's also part of FH. For those who don't know, guys, please clap it up for Sika Essentials.
How you doing? Good. Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I do appreciate it.
Zari, how you been?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
Really good, actually.
Yeah. So you are doing CMOS, right? That's your thing. That's what people know you for.
Yes.
Right. Along with other things as well. Along with other things. But just for the audience who don't know, just kind of give them like a rundown of who Jessica is. Kind of like give them like a sneak peek or like behind the scenes, like what you do.
Behind the scenes,
Yeah.
okay. So Jessica is female, all right. She is a daughter, a friend, a sister. I am a hustler.
Of course.
I'm a visionary. I can accept that I'm a leader.
Of course.
I'm a hustler. So
Right.
that's probably why I'm here.
Right? Yeah, of course. We only want to promote entrepreneurs, who's out here surviving, trying to make the most of, what they got. So just kind of like explain, the line of work that you kind of do.
Outside of CMOS?
Outside of CMOS.
Okay, outside of CMOS, all right. I am an allied health professional.
Oh, wow.
An occupational therapist.
Oh, wow.
I do have a master's in that. I am licensed, registered in New York, New Jersey. I kind of fluctuate between both states. I've done all sorts of rehab, from pediatrics up into geriatrics.
Wow.
And do everything. Home care is my base now. But I've done nursing homes, which was really my niche. Most of COVID, I was in there with your grandmother and your aunties and your uncles.
Oh, man.
So I've seen a whole span of things in my line of career. I've actually was a director of rehab for some time.
I gotta see this resume. It sounds loaded.
No, I don't have a resume anymore because I work for myself.
Right.
So
shout out to that.
Okay?
Shout out to that.
That's how you do things, right?
Shout out to that.
So like at this time, I'm currently building my business base, not just as a self-employed, but now as more like a CEO. I do have a co-CEO to my new business that's lining out, Live Life Rehab, where we will be providing occupational therapy services, future PT services to people in the home, group homes and stuff like that. So that's what we're niching. I have an amazing co-CEO, one of my best friends in the field. And we're just taking things to the new heights, bringing our people into into spaces. Exactly. I think that's what it is.
The house space for sure.
The house space for sure.
That's very important, to kind of highlight that, especially since like I think Black people in general kind of have like this stigma against like better health. This is like not a stigma, but it's like
misconception.
Yeah, this misconception, like
we're scared to go to the doctor.
Scared to go to the doctor, or we have like high rates of diabetes, or just
high blood pressure.
Yeah, high blood pressure is a big one too. Cancer,
we have a lot of things out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of things
that has definitely marginalized us in this field. But I think what we're learning now is not just doctors, but just got to know who your doctor is.
True.
I think that having the choice and the option to have somebody who looks like you or who you believe cares about you makes a whole difference. Just like who does your hair,
Right, you're not gonna choose anybody.
It's so who's servicing you. I think you want to know who your servicer is. And so I think us as a people, we have to now enter into spaces where we can serve. I think once you have the heart to serve and you want to do right by people, and whatever space you're in, I think you can bloom in that space.
For sure. Yeah, that's the mindset you should have, and that's great. Now, kind of steering more towards the CMOS because I'm particularly into it, but still, I'm in the health space though.
It is definitely health. Yeah,
we all want to know about the CMOS.
To be honest. So, what made you want to gear towards CMOS, or like how did that all start for you?
It started for me in 2020, March of 2020, if you guys all know what happened, COVID. So of course I was a medical professional working closely to patients and easily got COVID.
Right.
It was very early on. And I'm actually was probably like one of the first actually diagnosed people in my facility.
Really?
Because they didn't want anyone to get tested.
Oh,
and I was like,
that's not,
I had certain
cool.
comorbidities at the time, and I was like, my doctor was like, who was actually a colleague of mine as well. He was like, I'm going to send you somewhere and go get tested. I think this is what you have. Because I was having symptoms that people didn't have either. And I was like, something's not right. And so symptoms that weren't out yet.
Okay.
And so that forced me to go get tested. And so I was actually home for about 6 weeks.
That's crazy.
Trying. I was at the works and I live alone.
Oh man!
So everybody, March of 2020, everybody was scared. Rough. Zombie apocalypse.
Everything, right? The world's about to end or something. Yeah.
And you had COVID. It was like they just hope you didn't die. Like that was really what it was.
Yeah.
And so I've had great friends who are very good into the holistic things, and I had family members who were just pouring things into me. And CMOS became one of the things that actually got very poured into me. And at that time, it was hard to get, but I did get my hands on it, and that actually made it big, push into my recovery process.
Really?
Yeah, it did.
So CMOS cures COVID. Got it. Got it. That's exactly what I heard.
It's on the list.
Hey, it's on there. Screw the booster shots.
May heal as a chance of for all legal purposes.
Right.
But I think with WhatsApp Haitian University, that's what we call it, and with all the universities that were out there, I think the point was to go back to wellness.
True.
I think that's what it was about. Yeah. Like you have to strengthen your immune system so that when things do come, you're able to fight them off.
Exactly.
So I think CMOS became a big part of building up your immune system, building up your system in general. And I didn't know how valuable it was until I got my hands on it and started doing some other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So did TikTok play a part?
No, TikTok was out then.
I think what's
2020?
Yeah, TikTok.
I wasn't much into TikTok.
Really? I think TikTok started in 2019.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't much into TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm in social media, but not like that.
But I asked if TikTok would play the part because for me personally, that's how I got introduced to CMOS, and like it got viral like on there, and I was just like, what is the CMOS thing?
In the beginning, TikTok was just there to make like funny jokes and stuff, but I think during the pandemic, people started to use, especially doctors, they started to use it to like, let me help you put out more helpful information about these different things. True. And then now TikTok is look at like
a huge educational platform.
Yeah.
You learn everything with TikTok.
To be honest. So yeah, that's good. So then you started up your business.
Yeah, I started later on because everyone was now asking me to make things for them. So that's kind of how it started. Like, okay, the CMOS and the type of CMOS that I got was pretty good too. Right. So. And I guess all CMOS is not created equally.
I learned that the hard way.
Oh, okay. Or it's not handled the same. So I think getting a good person to get your CMOS from became a big thing too. And so I guess during COVID, everyone was now hustling, and creating businesses. So I think at that point, I think my distributor probably was getting herself, into more, business based there too. So it became a whole niche to do.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. We're definitely going to dive deeper into our main topic.
Okay.
Just to talk about it just a little bit more. But that was just a quick introduction into our conversation. We're going to be right back for our unbiased opinion section, which is probably the most interesting section. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Welcome back to our unbiased opinion section, most people's favorite section. So just quick rules. As we get into this section, we have one rule. Well, two actually. First rule, first answer that comes to mind, answer it, don't even think about it.
Okay.
Second rule is, let's say you wanted to stop the room, just like, wait, hold on, I have to get this out. Use this mic, it's like take the mic moment. So let's say I say something out of pocket. Or like, you just wanna like, hold on, let me get my opinion out. Take the mic.
Okay.
And if you say anything that's like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the only two rules. Sam just had a blast with this one.
He would.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so first question. Worst fast food restaurant in your opinion?
Worst fast food?
Yeah. You want to say it, just say it.
Popeyes.
Ooh.
Woo!
No, what?
Ooh, most people
That's
say
a first.
Yeah, that is a first actually.
It's changed for me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie. The pandemic, like people remember that chicken sandwich when that first dropped, and then now
It changed for me. Yeah, it's too oily.
It is too oily.
And the aftertaste, like, oh no. And as you get older, you don't want to do acid reflux, guys. It's not funny. And like the nausea that just comes with the grease.
It's too much.
It's not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
It's not worth it anymore.
Yeah, not worth the health. Shout out to Popeyes.
Yes, KFC.
You're funny. Okay, next question. Who would you rather go on a date with, Drake or J. Cole?
J. Cole.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, they're both light skinned, so that's not the issue.
Nah, you said J. Cole. You chose J. Cole. You chose J. Cole. Why?
I just think
What's
he
wrong
would
with Drake?
have more to talk about.
oh,
Okay, I can see
I think
that.
it'd be a little bit more to talk about. I do appreciate a Drake. We would go back to like the younger Drake that was in Degrassi.
You like the old Drake?
oh, okay.
You know,
I want to go back.
Drake
You want to
now
go all
fifth-
the way back. The Degrassi
all the way
Drake.
back to the Degrassi Drake.
Oh, the
Uh-huh.
grassy
All right.
Drake.
Okay.
Let's talk about how he grew up and stuff. But I think J. Cole would be so much of a inspirational talk. I think
Right.
I would definitely learn more.
Mind stimulating.
Yeah, very more.
Drake now would probably try to do everything just to impress you.
Yeah. So I just don't think it would give for me.
Don't give.
It
All right.
doesn't give for me.
All right. Sorry, Drake. J. Cole got this one. All right,
Cold
next question. Who would you choose? Swifties or the Beehive?
Ooh, neither.
Really?
I can't do that. Oh, okay, neither.
Good answer. Good answer.
Neither.
That's crazy. I would think you would say Beehive.
No,
Really? Why?
they're just too much.
What do you mean?
It's just too much. The idolization is too much.
Ah,
It's just too
okay.
much.
Yeah,
it's too much for me.
Too much. Okay, I see what you
Yeah,
mean.
the younger me who could listen to Beyonce and the younger me who could, appreciate, the artistry that we did get back then. But knowing what's out now, it's not. Sorry, Beehive. Don't come for me under the comments. I'm just saying. It's not,
She said it, not me.
It's not me.
I'm just here as a host.
I do have songs that I appreciate from Beyonce. I don't listen to Taylor Swift, so
okay.
I wasn't going to be
okay.
on that side
That's
anyway.
fine.
But neither.
Okay.
Neither.
Okay. All right. It's gonna rub people the wrong way.
I know. Unfollow.
All right. Biggest pet peeve.
Biggest pet peeve?
Mhm.
Ooh. It's just going to generalize. Inconsideration.
Really? Wow. That's a first.
I don't like people who are inconsiderate. I think it just rubs me the wrong way.
Even if you don't know them?
Well, there are traits that
Okay.
come with it.
Okay.
So little things that are inconsiderate, like just people who they just don't care. Like there's just they just see themselves.
Oh, like single-minded people?
Very single-minded people.
Do you have an example? Go ahead.
Example, wow. I would say
This is gonna be interesting.
I gotta find a good example. I would say, okay, we could go to the dating world, right? Not that I want to, right? But say you're dating somebody and you're making plans or you're trying to make plans or with them, and that person is just they're like, oh, we'll get back to it. It's like the nonchalant, right? Because they just they're not trying to fact that you're trying to make plans with them or and it might be for them too, you know what I mean? So and they don't care.
Like the energy is not
the energy is
reciprocating.
not given. They're just like, okay, and they're not gonna try to reciprocate later either. It's just inconsideration. Or like, you say something to me that that you didn't think possibly that might hurt my feelings, or you didn't take the time to see if it would hurt my feelings, right? And even after you did, you're like this, okay, but I didn't mean it that way. But it came out.
Yeah, it came out, so you can't take it back. It's over.
But they just don't.
Yeah.
Well, I said I was just being honest. Well,
that's crazy.
Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty. But you can be blunt, but still be considered. Like, you're like, I didn't mean to say it that way, you know? But some people just don't care.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
They're just inconsiderate.
Is that just an example of real life?
Examples.
Okay.
Nothing current for me.
Okay.
Nothing current for me, amen. But I'm just saying, like, you can have people who just be very inconsiderate. Like, they're not thinking twice.
Right.
But I realize that just happens based on, like, sometimes just your how you grew up or your history is different. So, but I'm learning to be considerate for them sometimes. Like,
oof.
Yeah.
That's deep. That is
you have
deep.
to extend the grace sometimes for people.
Right.
Like, you know,
Try to have that level of
and try
understanding.
to see if it's like, if it's really their intention or not,
Right.
you know?
See what it's rooted in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a deeper conversation.
Yeah, deeper.
We're good though. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. What does Mason do that bothers you the most? as a
Oh my
dog man?
gosh, Mason.
Yeah,
Like, Mason doesn't listen.
I know.
You can tell, oh my gosh, I'm like, Mason. Mason, when he wants to go outside or it's raining, because I don't like to take him out when it rains.
Man, I would stay in the house.
Oh yes, and Mason will pee over here, over there,
we
on
can't
purpose. He will pee
we
around the
can't do that.
pad
Oh, we can't do that.
Around?
No, we can't do that.
to purposely let me know that he wants to go outside.
That's not okay.
That's Mason.
That is not okay.
That is Mason.
See, that's why I have a cat. You know, man,
I've had a
so
cat.
low maintenance. Really? You don't like cats?
No.
Why not?
My cats, they just were it. Like when I was young, we had a cat that we got one a little bit older who ran away.
That's
But
hilarious.
I think he got caught. By the time he ran away, like a lot of times, but he would come back to the in the house. But one time he never came back. I guess they must have caught him.
Yeah, probably.
out there.
Yeah, probably.
In the Brooklyn streets.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
it get crazy out there.
Yes, but they just, I think cats are so malicious. Like I'm like,
Really?
yes.
Yo, I think it's my type of cat. I don't know. My cat is like
I've learned that cats just take on the personality of their owners.
Dogs do too.
Dog, yeah.
Yeah, they do too. I think they take on our personalities, but they're just sneaky. Cats are so sneaky.
Yeah, they are sneaky.
Yeah.
I would say that. Ooh.
Like I feel like my dog can talk back to me. In my head, I understand what he's trying to say.
Right.
So Mason and I fight all the time.
That's insane. That's insane. That should come out with a YouTube channel.
I would go crazy. They'll blame me for everything.
No, they probably would.
Yeah.
Like, no, leave Mason alone.
Leave Mason alone. Yeah.
You don't
I'm like,
understand.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The comments gonna be like, yo, relax on Mason.
They're
Relax.
gonna call.
Yeah.
What is it, Pete? What is it? They're gonna call it like the animal control.
Oh yeah, they're gonna call the.
They gonna go, Peter, chill out,
Peter.
relax.
Yeah, no, that's insane. All right.
That was
What's your guilty pleasure?
It's my guilty pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken wings
Oof. I mean, I think
from a certain Chinese food store. Like
it has to be.
particular.
Oh,
Not just everywhere. Like a
okay.
Chinese food chicken from New York that's done right.
Right.
Like
Right.
not just anywhere.
Okay. Where's this spot? I'm gonna write this down.
You understand? Okay, there's a spot on Nostrand Avenue.
Oh, I'll be there.
At Avenue J. Their
Uh-huh.
chicken wings are good. I have one close to me by Jersey actually that's actually pretty good too.
In Jersey.
I think they're from New York. I think they moved over.
Oh, if they from New York, then
I think they're from New York because
okay,
they're
cool,
not
cool.
their
They can't
Chinese
be-
food is actually not typical. I think they're from New York.
Okay, cool. All right, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So I was actually lucky to find that, and I'm there all the time.
All right, cool. We there.
So chicken wings is
We
my
there.
guilty pleasure.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I'd be in that too. What?
That is my guilty pleasure.
What?
I left vegetarianism because of chicken wings.
Really?
I gave up one day. It was a chicken wing.
The
No
chicken
lie,
wings
no
done delivered her.
joke.
Hey, man. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
That is my guilty pleasure.
Listen.
Hey, maybe we gotta tell Nadia about them chicken wings.
To be
Get her
honest,
out, right?
you gotta convert her. You gotta convert her back. You
Yeah,
gotta
back,
get her
right?
back.
She's still there though.
She's still there.
That's years in.
What?
Congrats.
Yo, she's hustling.
Yeah.
That's. I can't do that.
I want a plain. I just want my chicken wings. Just
To
like
be
that.
honest.
Yeah.
To be honest. All right. Name drop some of your favorite people in FH.
Name drop some of my favorite people in that face. My brother Daniel, my favorite of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Went to my old school, new school.
Hey, yo, it doesn't
I have
matter.
to look at.
It's your
I'm
personal
not with the
preference.
new school like
I know,
that,
I
but
know.
you know, we're FH for life, I guess.
Mhm.
Ooh. Okay. Nadia, one of my all-time favorite FHers.
Mhm.
I know she's
Right.
old school, but old-timers.
Yeah.
Right now, I want to give so much credit to Lynn Sarah.
Oh yeah, she working.
Yeah, she is working,
She working.
and I got to give her a lot of credit for that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So yeah. More?
that's 3 people.
Oh, 3? I give you 3?
Yeah.
How many you need? 2 more?
You could do 2 more.
Okay.
If there's no one else out there, then man, it is
I
what
don't
it
want to get in
is.
trouble, so we leave it there.
You gotta get some more names up there. Gotta get more
Yeah, leave
names.
it there. I don't want to say anymore. Old school, old time. I'll go back to old school. Sabine Renee, which is one of our old. Very inspirational. That was very inspirational for my time. You know. You can't take that back. Or Hervey Thomas. Before that, there were presidents.
Okay.
Hervey, also went to Hebron family. Like that's where I saw leadership. Know, and so, you get kind of dropped into it. Yeah. But that's classic FH. Like you can't do nothing from that.
Yeah. Shout out to that. All right. Kudos to them. All right. Next question. Now name drop the worst people in FH.
Wow. Oh.
You don't gotta answer that. I was just throwing that out there.
Oh my gosh.
But if you want to answer that.
No, I'm not grabbing any mic. I'm not answering that question.
Where's the Illuminati music when you need it?
The worst people at FH? Oh my gosh. The worst?
The next question. You can do the next
question.
Yo, please. All right.
Wow. Don't get me in trouble. Not in this city.
Okay.
Maybe let me explain though. I don't want no beef.
No beef. You're in Jersey now. You're different. You move different.
They find me. Take me out. No, next question. Next question. I promise I'm start breaking the rules.
Yeah, let's not do that. All right, last question.
Okay.
Why do you think not some, but Black people have some of the worst health conditions compared to other people?
Okay, why do I think Black people have some of the worst health conditions than other groups?
Yeah.
I think Black people have the worst health conditions in America.
Yeah.
Let's clarify, right? It's in America.
Right. Yeah, that's okay.
And we do know it's because of our communities and how things has been, the disparities that we've been given in our communities as well.
Right.
We have I'm from New York, Brooklyn to be exact. So I can talk about Brooklyn. Like everywhere's a corner store. I was in Brooklyn Friday night. It was almost midnight one, and the corner stores are open.
Yeah,
the chicken spot is open.
Yeah, everything's open.
You getting a burger at 1 a.m.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That changes the game, for your
drastically.
Health. Because you shouldn't we learned that we shouldn't even be eating that late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
your digestive system shuts down after a certain hour.
You realize that what I realized for myself was that the accessibility to bad food is so prevalent. So I think in our Black communities, this is what it is, and especially if you're not taught better, our parents, we're all of Haitian descent. We were eating legumes, we was eating certain things but they ate fay, you ate bouillon, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
There were certain things we were given now, who has soup?
Soup
tea? Yeah, tea was very vital in our growing up, but now we're stuck on cafe, not that we didn't grow up on cafe too, but now we drink coffee like it's water.
We run on it. Yeah, we
with
got it.
Sugar.
Yeah.
And it's I think these are why. I think it's the bad access, the easy access to bad food.
Right.
That's
and
what
we don't know
is.
better.
We do know better. We just choose not to. But what happened when you go into work? Especially for people of color, the work life is very stressful. It's really you don't have time to think about your health. You don't have time to think about what's good for you because you're just trying to pay your bills.
Trying to survive.
And if you live
on top of that, the options that you have, think about it, when if you work in the city, the food options they're not as well. If they are, they're more expensive than the usual options that you would go for if you go around your house.
Exactly.
Right.
A salad in the city now costs how much?
Man, that's not even
a small salad. Is how much?
Yeah.
You're lucky if it's $8.
Nah, that's on the cheap.
That's a cheap.
They won't give you a piece of it.
You're over $10. Over $10 for a salad, right? With some things, chicken,
11, 12.
11, 12 for just a small salad, right? Okay, but if I go to Sam's Clubs, which you're not going to probably find in the city like that,
not
right?
Really, no.
If I go to Sam's Club, I can buy a huge, large salad already pre-made, just like the one you're about to buy, for about $8, $9,
exactly.
Right? I can split that up for about a few days.
Exactly.
So the cost is different. The access I'm getting is different. So I see things differently than most people. That's probably what, I guess the suburbs. You get to see things a little bit differently, and your access is different. I'm not going outside at 1 o'clock in the morning to go to McDonald's. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. It's not worth the gas.
Exactly.
So you cut out the access. You cut off the access, and so you change things. Yeah. So in time, I think I've lost a good amount of weight in the past year and a half. They're working on it. I think a lot of that was like no longer being in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean the environment had to change for you.
For you to think better. I see green air, like greenery, space. I want to walk more. I want to do more. It's just we have to just change the environment. We have to change the environment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for. I mean, I think that's one of New York's kind of downfalls, or like, because like the city never sleeps, so everything's open 24/7. So that to tourists, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, New York, all this, that, and dirt, you know. But the people who actually live there on a day-to-day basis is actually like taking a toll on their not even like own physical health, but like mental health as well. Because they're just stressed out each and every single day. They're not even thinking about what they're consuming, it's just nonstop. Like the city doesn't sleep.
And your nervous system doesn't sleep. Like you said, I think that's what it's like. Yeah. Imagine like you're sleeping and at 2 o'clock in the morning, you have ambulances that are passing by.
Oh my goodness.
Or you have,
fire trucks,
or
all that,
or somebody's playing loud music, like it just wakes you up. Like your body doesn't get to rest, I think,
That is, and this is crazy how you say that, because it's just like, I realized that one of the most important things to your health is actually getting enough sleep. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, like you can eat good or eat well, but like if you're not getting sleep, it's gonna cause a huge detriment to your health, period. Mm-hmm. Like all around. I'm just like, that's crazy. And like it's to even think about like going on like let's say a health journey and like trying to start something like better in New York. It's just like, how are you gonna do that in New York though? You know what I mean? Like everything's more expensive, you can't really sleep, everybody's on go. It's the environment.
You can do it, but it takes a very strict
you gotta be really disciplined.
It has to be really strict. I kid you not. Like I have some people who are pretty much. Some of my very good friends. They're very healthy. Like they take care of themselves. They're vegans. They they're really good. They work out like almost every day. They try to motivate me. You know, and that's the motivation now is to like get better, because your health is your wealth. Like you working for a pension that you may never see. How many people never seen their pension, right?
Man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
like
real.
And like your health is your wealth. Like you have to now put in your pocket change, put in your hard-earned
your pennies
to your health, right? Because that's what's gonna matter.
Yeah, for sure. So we had a very insightful conversation. In this segment, we're gonna go a little bit more into our main topic.
Okay.
But I hope you guys definitely enjoyed this Unbiased Opinion section. We're gonna go into our main segment very soon, so please stay in tune. All right. Welcome back. This is our main segment. Still got Jessica here. So we're going to get into a little more of what Sika essentially is, what started it for you and where you are now. So you did mention that you started up. Did you start in 2020 or?
I started in 2022.
Oh, okay.
December of 2022.
So about to be 2 years.
Whoa. Yeah, I think similar to when I think my sister started her business, Julia. We started around, I think it was around the same time we did a pop-up shop, her first pop-up shop around together. We did it, like that's when I started, actually coming out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. All right, that's good. So you did mention that the whole reason why you got into CMOS was because of that COVID incident. So leading up until then, how did that preparation process really begin for you? Like in terms of like what you wanted to do in terms of products, how you wanted to cater to your community, like how did that all? What was your thought process during that time period?
Well, my thought process was I wanted to still reflect who I am. So that's a very big. I see Sika. That's my nickname.
Right.
Given to me by my grandmother. Sika.
Right.
So and Sika's essentials is almost like it had to be things that was essential to me. So that's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And bringing myself back to life. I think after COVID, that and still dealing with the recovery process years later. People don't know about the effects of, they call it long COVID. Right, long acting COVID. It's like it has its long lasting effects that are now still being discovered. Right.
Really? Okay.
Things like me losing I'm a singer. I used to sing a lot. I'm not able to sing as I used to be.
Oh wow.
Still very.
Don't
different.
tell me COVID did that.
COVID took my voice.
That's crazy.
It's not good to say because now I have to change my mind so that I can now rebuild myself. Okay. Sometimes it's mind over matter too. But I had a lot of respiratory issues. Then having a history of asthma definitely affected me then with, had pneumonia and all that. So that kind of took a lot from me. But restoring myself right now, I can talk now. Like I used to have issues like even talking and breathing, but I think recovering the way I am now, it's done a big service for me. So COVID, I mean, CMOS is a big part of that, you know. So that was essential to me coming out with my business.
Okay.
And so it became my primary focus. I do hair. I did hair. Let me correct myself.
Oh, okay.
I used to do hair growing up. Big braider style, you know, that's how we made our money back in the day.
Right.
And so there were a lot of hair goodies that I didn't know. So finding out how CMOS could help with hair, I started working on other things, right? And came up with my hair oil, things like that.
Yeah, hair oil.
You have a hair oil. Rose Grow hair oil.
Do you have an Instagram page for that too?
I do. It's on my Instagram page.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
Here we go, right?
Yeah.
Right. So Rose Grow hair oil. My name is Rose too, Jessica Rose. So all of it has little parts of me, you know, because I wanted it to be honest, you know. So in everything that I do, I just try to make it, you know, honest and real. I don't want authentic, and it had to be that. So those little things, you know.
That's good. So you wanted to start off as gel, or what was like the first?
I started off as a gel.
Okay.
That was the first product. The first product was gel. That was my main focus. Because people, like, I had to take the gel when I, you know, when I was sick. I didn't like it. Most people don't like it. It doesn't taste good. It don't taste good.
Right.
Yeah,
especially if it's not flavored.
No, it doesn't taste good. So what I used to do at pop-up shops was I used to come with, you know, the pure gel and then the gels that I made, right? And it's still CMOS. And they're like, oh, I can have, you can still have it. Like, can you consume this? Would you take this in the morning? Would you add this to your smoothie? You could take it straight up out the jar. You know, where it tastes, I was like, oh, I could eat this like this. Yeah, it's not applesauce. Don't take too much. You'll end up in the bathroom. But that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it presentable. I wanted to make it something that you would want to take. And that's what I did. So the gel was first and infusing it with fruits, organic fruits.
Okay.
And herbs.
Okay. So what type of?
So in your opinion, which version is best for when it comes to
consumption?
Yeah, to CMOS, the raw version, the gel, or the gummies?
Well, no one's gonna eat it raw. No one's gonna eat it raw unless you're unless you're gonna get it powdered down into capsules. So you get the raw, basically raw CMOS, right? Once you turn to gel, you're still adding water into it, but it's the water is its base. It's from the sea, right? So all you're really doing is rehydrating it, but you want to rehydrate it with the proper water.
Right.
Okay. I do spring water in mine, so you want to rehydrate it as best as you can. So when you start adding fruits and stuff to it, it's not that you're taking away from its potency. You just want to make sure you're still giving enough CMOS to the gel,
right?
Because you have people like it's so watery, or there's so much other stuff. There's not enough gel in it, so you want to make sure. Which my clients will tell you, you're gonna get the gel. You're gonna get enough gel. Not gel. Well, I say gel like enough of the actual CMOS in there before I start adding stuff. So as I'm measuring, I'm like, okay, make sure I have enough CMOS, and then I have to make sure whatever fruits I add in, or if I'm gonna juice ginger or juice lemons or whatever I'm gonna add to it, I need to make sure that the CMOS itself is still the primary
base.
Focus.
It's like
Yeah, primary base.
Okay, so what flavors did you come out with at first?
My first off was strawberry. That's my favorite flavor.
Okay.
So that's what I started off with. And then I was going into like mango, pineapple, but not everything tastes good. So you have to do your product testing.
Okay.
So, and everybody like different things.
True.
And when you blend, consistencies change based on what you're using. You want your CMOS to last. It's supposed to last about 3 to 4 weeks. Usually about 3 weeks, you're really gonna get good because if you put the fruits in there, right? So you want to make sure something that's not too acidic, that'll not, cause it to not stay, good for too long.
Right.
But strawberry became a primary focus. I love passion fruit. So I started, my Haitian self, so I started adding passion fruit to the mixes, and it changed the game because I love sour tart. Sweet, sour tart.
Sweet, sour,
that's my thing. Give me a margarita. That's me. Right. So I was able to add passion fruit to strawberry mixes, passion fruit to pineapple.
Is that in some of the gummies?
No, this is pineapple, apple. I used to have a strawberry mango. That was a hitter. And that's what, I had a couple of times in the mix, but now my distributor doesn't have it. So I do not make gummies.
Okay.
No, I just go find the best one.
Okay.
And that has clear to what I know is essential, and
Right.
then I go with them. So
Okay.
I can't just go with anybody.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's also the
I
other
see
side
stuff
of
all the
business.
time, and I try. You know, I'm like, I can't. I just can't.
Right.
I'd rather discontinue it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
And come up with another product.
Right.
You know, always essential, always growing. You know, you don't have to stick to the same thing forever.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. And now you're expanding.
Yeah.
To not only gels, you got gummies. They mentioned beard oil.
Yeah, I have a beard oil coming out.
On the way.
Yes,
Do you want to drop
essential.
the name or no?
Huh?
Do you want to drop the name?
Okay, I can drop the name for you guys.
Go
All right,
ahead.
don't steal it. This is my
I have the website up first.
I have my website out. Maybe I should trademark. Oh,
right.
Maybe be quiet then.
Let's not do it. Not just yet. Not just
be
yet.
quiet.
Not just yet.
Yes.
Not just yet.
But have a couple of things coming out, like you said, beard oil.
Right.
I have a partner. I do want to get the soaps out. She hears this podcast. You've seen her. She's been on your podcast.
Yes.
I want to get these soaps out. We've done them already, so we sampled them. She's made them for me with my sea moss. So my raw St. Lucian based sea moss, and it's been amazing, game changer. Had people sampling them as well, so I know it's good.
Okay.
No, Natalia's the bomb. Okay,
she is.
So
yeah, she
I
is.
know, and I'm one of her faithful and loyals. You could say. So
sure.
I wanted to go with what I know was the best, right?
Okay.
And so hopefully we get those soaps out for you guys.
Okay.
Hair masks.
For sure.
We're sampling.
Which is different because I didn't know you could do that much with sea moss. You did mention the hair, the face mask.
Yeah, I've done face masks. So I'll do customs if people want based on the situation or issue. And face masks, hair masks. I'm kind of like gelling it there because sometimes you do too much, you get stagnant. Like I can't move forward. It's hard to move forward because we have so many things.
So much products.
So I think it's good to find seasons in business. Like what's good for this season, and you do it then. So you're always relevant too. You know.
Exactly.
And you can keep it fresh.
Keep it going. Yeah. Keep it going. That's good. All right. So about to be 2 years in, what were some of the challenges, trying to start this up until now?
Challenges was sometimes it's all in my head. Like, you have all these ideas or you have things that you want to do, but when it's time to like pull it out there and start being, start the steps, it can be hard because not everyone understands your vision.
That is true.
You're not always able to do everything by yourself. Right. So good thing I had some people who was able to help me along the way at the times when I was starting. I'm like friends, family who could help me out. And I think at this time, like, it's still hard because I got other things. Yeah, I'm one-man team, so a lot of things going on, and then you're just like everybody has CMOS, so you're like, well, what's next?
I didn't really know about CMOS until like now, so.
Okay. So I can be your.
Do it first.
Good. Sure. I can be your plug.
What? Yo,
that's
I'm
how you plug.
in there.
Okay, got it. That's how you plug.
Shouting you every time I got. I'm doing that.
There you go.
For sure. That's also one of I feel like it's not like some people have difficulties trying to. There's certain people who struggle to get the vision and make it reality, and I feel like a lot of people tend to go through that sometimes. And then there's other people who also have writer's block, they've reached their capacity kind of thing. So it's also trying to balancing that with the business side of things and behind the scenes. Becoming an entrepreneur is not easy, right? It's it's a long road of trials and tribulations, figuring things out.
Trial and error.
Trial and error, and also the sporting aspect as well. And people probably not giving you the patience or the time to actually pour into you kind of thing. So given that you're on your own and trying to figure things out on your own, I feel like it's perfectly normal to kind of go through that. But at the end of the day, if the end goal is still realized and it's still in the back of your mind, at the end of the day, what you put out, it's going to be worth that time. You know what I mean? Because good things take time at the end of the day.
Good things take time. Yeah. Right. And good things come to those who wait.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you kind of work on what you're doing, for me, certain things took some time because I don't just want to put out anything, you know. I want to be, like I said, authentic in what I'm doing, right?
Exactly.
And I want it to be meaningful, right? So I like pop-up shops were very good because at that time we were still building, right?
True.
So you get to get comments, feedback, right? And you get access to people right then their own health story. I remember I had this lady who had she had was it lupus or MS, and she just was like, "Your CMOS, I can't take other things, but I could take yours." And I was like, "What?" And like I would see it. She was like, "Oh, I found out you were coming to this pop-up shop," and she would come again because she knew I would be there, right? And I was like, "This is like at some point, this is game changer."
Yeah, it's real.
It's a game changer.
Yeah,
now you don't even know the game changer you got.
Exactly,
you know?
Right?
It's just like this. I just like, but I knew it was a game changer because it helped me.
Right.
Right. So I was like, you have to really take your time to do it right because you might be changing people's lives.
Exactly.
Like, so take time to do it right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So besides CMOS curing COVID and lupus and cancer, what else can it do?
May assist in, all right? What else can it do?
Like, what are some of like the health benefits for somebody who never heard of CMOS before?
Okay.
Like, just as a starter.
It's wellness. That's the health benefit, right? Because CMOS has 92 of the minerals out of the 102 that our bodies need or are naturally producing and need to feed every day, right? So if you're getting magnesium, zinc, right? All these things that your body needs, right? You can get it in proper CMOS consumption as well to assist and to aid, all right? And if you're getting something pure, you don't have to worry about all the binders and the fillers and pills and all these things. Capsules are amazing too because you can open up a capsule.
Right,
As long as your CMOS is pure, your powder is pure enough, right? Because people are adding to everything.
That is true.
Powder for me is kind of hard because I think if you're not getting it from the right source, because there's so much things out there now, you know, fentanyl and whatever. There's so many stuff. You don't know what people are adding. Rat poisoning. You heard how the game could go, right? So just to make $1, people will try to stretch something. So you want to get something pure. You want to get it right so that it can help your body out. That's really what it is. But it helps with skin conditions. I tell people it has very good carnitine what's my words? Carnitine properties, right? That are almost like keratin and collagen, all right, which is good for your skin, right? Tightening it up. So do a CMOS mask, which is amazing. You can add things to it. It can be done raw. When I say raw, it just means CMOS gel with just only water, right?
Okay.
And blended.
Pure
CMOS. You do that, you can add into your skin. It dries up in about 15 minutes. You can go to sleep with it. Well, it probably itch a little bit if you go to sleep with it overnight because it dries out. So in it drying out, it's also pulling out, okay? So impurities. So you can do it that way. I've done a way I've added turmeric, oatmeal, dragon fruit, things that are good for beauty. I've added, super greens too, or like spirulina. I don't know how to say it, right, for people. All right. Depending on what we want, mean green, like when you want detoxifying for your skin, you're trying to get hydration, you have acne issues. But I do those customs for people. That's kind of like
that's your thing. The custom thing.
Let's have a conversation. And let's figure this out, right? So and I do that for people too. So that way, of course, talk about the hair because of, again, the carotene properties for your hair and skin. That's there. It'll help, hydrate your hair, strengthen it as well. Is that
what this is?
No, this doesn't have CMOS in it, but this is my hair oil with a lot of essential oils.
Oh,
all right.
Okay,
but if you're gonna if you're gonna do a CMOS hair mask with your wash routine, afterwards, please do follow up
of course.
with oil. You can do hot oil treatment with it as well too. So that's the person who's hair in me. I used to help people hair grow. I used to.
Oh, it helps people.
Hair growth. Yeah, that's and that's what used to be my thing. I used to have this saying, my hands help people hair grow. That was back in the day, like when I did braiding, stuff like that. Or let's work on your natural hair and get it out, right? Under this, I am. I'm so candid. It's not funny. Yeah, but so that was a part of my process and how I like to help people. So just little parts of me that just kind of came out,
That's good.
Then I could throw in giving out herbs because, of course, we have different herbs. When you want a complete CMOS, CMOS to get the rest of the 10 minerals out of the 102, you add burdock and sarsaparilla. Okay.
I'm gonna act like I know what that is.
Okay. We'll talk about that later. Your burdock root, you do, and we can add it together with your herbs. You add it.
You make a tea out of it, or
You can make it herbs. I infuse the sea moss.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't taste the best, but it's the strongest.
Okay.
But you put in your tea or something, tea or soup or something. When you cooking, you can add the sea moss.
Oh,
there.
okay, got it.
The fruit ones, I would say you can take it straight. It tastes so good, you can take it straight out the jar, or you can add it into like your smoothie or something, stuff like that. Yeah, and have fun with it.
That's good. All right, and then I do see that you have the gummies, you have the herbs. What makes yours different compared to others?
What makes mine different is
because I feel like it's the market. I mean, I don't want to say it's saturated, but I feel like I'm seeing a lot of CMOS. Like, as soon as I go on TikTok.
But look at the color number 40, red number 40, yellow number 5. You know, yellow number 40, red number 5. Like, you're gonna get all of these color dyes. You're gonna get a lot of like other impurities in there. Mine is purely vegan.
Purely vegan.
Yeah,
that's the first vegan. I heard.
Yeah.
What?
And the CMOS that you're using too. Remember, that matters, right? Where are you getting your CMOS from, right? So my CMOS is from a particular distributor who I know. I've seen her in the water with the CMOS and bringing in her. So it's a direct contact. We're not going through like, buying a pack of CMOS on Amazon and then I'm making stuff with it, right?
Man, yeah.
So you're going to the plug,
right?
So when you go to the plug, it changes the game,
right? Because it's from the source.
Yeah.
Right. I see what you
mean. So you're getting pure stuff, and that's where your stuff is coming from, right? So that changes everything. And the person has to also have certain values in how they do business and how they operate, right?
True.
Yeah, that's going to be essential for how me working with them.
Exactly.
Like, you can be in business, you can have an attorney. If your attorney's shady,
oh man,
right? If your attorney is shady, I don't care what you're doing.
It's quiet.
All right,
yeah.
You're not gonna go well.
Nah.
If your agent is shady, it's not gonna go well.
Or even the people that you're just working with.
Like, if your cameraman is shady, you're getting bad angles. Like, who wants that? Like,
I mean, you could just hire me.
He's just like, we heard you're a cameraman.
I was doing my thing. You know what I mean? I should get paid.
Yeah. So that's the root. It's essential.
Yeah.
There we go back.
There you go.
I like
it's
that.
in the name.
It's essential to make sure that all your ducks are in order.
Right.
So that's what it is.
Okay. So we're looking in 2025, a website up, a team of
10,
15 people at least, employees.
Oh,
that's what we doing. I'm gonna check in with you. I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna be like, yo, what's going on? What's going on?
You should.
I definitely should.
I definitely want to have the website out. Anyone want to help me? It's essential to know who you're working with. I think that's what it is too, right?
Is true.
So
take your time. Take your time.
I took too much time. I gotta hurry up now. By now, right? So get the website out, like you said.
Right.
Have a few things that I think are essential to have, and then push it forward.
Right.
And then if I need a team, if I'm gonna need someone else to manage that,
because
I have other stuff I'm doing as well.
That is also true.
So if I can get that pushed out, that'll be good. Right now, we know online is where everything is. So you want things to be able to push and work on its own without you having to do so much hands-on. So for me, I was like, I love to do gels, but I'm like, you try sitting at home doing gel orders that come in randomly.
Jeez.
Like, you gotta I gotta decide how much CMOS I'm gonna clean up.
Exactly.
And it has to be fresh, so I can't hold stuff.
Exactly.
So that's where it becomes time consuming, because I'm done seeing patients and I'm coming home to do CMOS. It's okay.
Random orders you got to fulfill and all that.
Yes, and I have to find myself organic. Like, my fruits have to be organic.
Right.
Everything.
Yeah, no shortcuts.
Your limes have to be organic.
Exactly.
Everything has to be organic. So you have to get everything to the best you can to get to get it out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, one thing I definitely say is don't undercut yourself. Because people probably won't see how much work you're doing behind the scenes. And then a lot of times I feel like we don't put that into consideration in terms of pricing. It's just I mean, I'll give you for this much, but if you really take into consideration how much time you put into it, don't undercut yourself.
Yeah, I don't like inconsiderate people.
That is true. Yeah,
you see,
you did say that.
People are and for me, if anybody knows me, I'm good at figuring out how to make money.
Yeah, negotiate.
Yeah, I can make money. That's, like I say, I make money in my regular what I do, right?
Yeah.
So when it came to this, it wasn't about money for me.
Oh, it's a passion.
Yeah, it's a passion. I know there's a cost. I don't even look at the cost. I'm just I just like to make sure people get what they want.
Exactly.
I go, things went up, but my prices never went up,
Mm-hmm.
If you look at where we're at now versus where we were, I think I started in 2021. My dates are off. I think it was 2021.
December 2021.
Yeah, I think so. When things are changing, now we're at a 5-6% inflation rate. Everything's
ridiculous.
expensive. Ginger, I go buy ginger.
What, dude?
I go buy ginger. I'm like, whoa.
It's not even real.
And I have to go to the farmer's market to get organic ginger, right? So everything is up now.
Everything's
so
up.
Shipping is up.
Shipping is up too. Yeah.
I used to shell out. I ship out CMOS gel to like other states, right? Like I've been to Georgia, Alabama, sit down, right? And now that's up. Everything's up, and you can't trust shipping.
No.
That's the problem I had, and I'm giving you something that's perishable.
You gotta find.
Yeah, I'm giving something that's perishable. It needs to be in a certain time. I was having it in glass jars, because to keep it more more safe. But it's like I'll get myself shattered by the time I read. How did you shatter it? I had to think of the whole box is shattered. And it's just like people like sometimes you ship out things, people forget. Oh, my shipment. Oh, and I'm like, okay, but now it's like no longer good. So, and I would replace without. Y'all replace without you paying me. Just because I want you to get the experience. And in my business, But everything is up. Time, money, everything is up. And so, but how do you make it still affordable? Because people go, how much?
Yeah, that is true. I think that's
how much?
No, Thali was talking about this. Well, Rose, she was talking about this on her episode. Just like, when people hear the price, it's just like, I don't know, and then we try to bargain. And then like for her, like her biggest thing is just appreciate the price for what it is. Because if she takes it outside of the community, people gonna be like, what?
That's it?
What? I'm paying this right now.
So they say that's all you're giving it for?
Exactly. Like you should sell this for more. And you just kind of have to reevaluate. Like, damn, like, should I make it more affordable or? Because
sometimes you're just meeting the lot. You're not even getting a profit. You're
breaking even. You're breaking even.
You're breaking even, and you're like, okay. And then, but guess what? Your time, you can't break even on time.
No, you can't.
And people know that all costs. So like, you can make chicken wings at home, right? But if but if I go to you see Chinese food chicken wings,
the one on Nostrum,
you know how much it costs now? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you can make it at home, but if you go out for service, right, it still takes a process. It takes time, but you'll pay for it. You'll pay the upcharge on that, right? Yeah. So I feel like it's also about respecting people's business. The price is the price.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello, I can give out a discount if I feel like it.
That's true.
But the price is the price.
Exactly. Exactly.
But Haitians, we're taught to negotiate at the 99-cent store.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Since
we will negotiate with water if we can. Can you be a little more cleaner?
No, you're fine.
Yeah. Sorry. But the point is, like you said, let's try to find a balance.
Right. So big things coming in 2024 for CK Essentials. That's what we're shooting for. Website. Products up.
Products.
Of course, everything's out there. Just last question before we let you go.
Okay.
Just shout out anybody who has helped you along the way, whether it may be like a mentor, other business partners, businesses that kind of helped you to get to this point right now. Who would you shout out?
I'll shout out a couple people who helped me get CK Essentials off the ground.
Yeah.
I'm fair. I'm not ungrateful where it's due. My little cousin was a big part of that. Tabitha, she has her own business.
Really?
Scented by Tabs. She has her own candle line. Young entrepreneur. It's in our blood. My mom was an entrepreneur, so that was in our blood. So to do that, I had a friend at the time, Angie, who actually helped me out too. They would be on the floor, we're trying to fit label sizes, what's gonna be the size to fit the label, we'll sit there and figure out how to make gel. So I had some good people at the time.
Okay.
My cousin Claude, one of my biggest supporters, who you keep playing, I ship him stuff to try from Georgia and then come back. He's tried everything so far first.
That's good. That's good.
And his wife, they are big supporters to me.
That's dedication.
I think any of my friends, my families are my biggest supporters. If you ever come to my pop-up shops,
of course,
there. Friends, Sander, Mr. Himself.
Yep, Crown Heights himself.
Whatever I'm doing or pushing when I start off, whatever. And I have a lot of, good private supporters too.
That's
people
good.
who just always gonna root me on.
Of course.
I'm still building my team.
Right.
Those who are around you who are gonna continue to support you as you grow.
Of course.
You have new people that come into your team.
Yeah.
So I have some new people coming into my team.
Of course. Big things.
As things are changing, you're getting better support.
Big things.
I'm grateful.
That's good. So shout out to all you guys. We definitely appreciate the support because starting up it's not easy. But the fact that you're still here, that's the testament within itself. To all our supporters, I hope you guys definitely took some notes. She dropped some good gems about CMO, so you guys definitely go ahead, check her out whenever the website drops. I'll be the first to let you guys know. You know, she's gonna let me know first. I'm gonna let you guys know.
I gotta let you guys know, but you can
Right.
DM me. I'll answer, and I'll send an order out. I have a Google form. I'm so old school. Jesus.
Oh, man, let's not say the Google form.
Sorry. But if you want something, DM me.
Right.
You know, for your order.
Of course.
We'll get it out to you.
For sure. This was a very good episode. We appreciate you coming on to the show today.
Thank you.
And then for the rest of you guys, stay tuned for our next episode. Peace.